Everybody, I'm Linda with Gotta Be Handmade. I'm the old bird and I wanted to share with you how to paint my first, there it is, South Carolina pine cone art piece. I'll be offering 3 kits, and this is the first kit. In the kit, you'll get the paintbrush. Keep the paintbrush. It's a really great paintbrush. It's not a real cheapo. It's a great paintbrush. It's the brand that I use myself for my paintings. You'll get the paintbrush. You'll get paints. You'll get the pine scales. You'll get the canvas with the apple drawn. All you have to do is get started. Now let me move this one out of the way. I hope you're having a great day, by the way. It's been beautiful here today. We got a lot of rain and my new garden really needed it. Excuse the little tiny radio that's on my desk. I just love it. Right there. Yep, it really works. Now this is the same size canvas, the exact same apple. I was playing around with whether to place the apple on the side or in the center, and everybody liked the center best. And I think the center is best if you're getting the kit for a child, or if you're going to paint it with a child, or if you're going to paint it with your grandchild. I thought the center was the best placement for the apple. So it's the same size canvas. The canvas is a 8 by 10. So it's a nice size to start with if you're purchasing a kit. And with the schools closing, this is great, as well as this is a great kit for homeschooling because you get everything with it. Now, this is the paintbrush that you'll be getting. These are some that I have that's in size, like. So I wanted to use, I guess I'll use this one. This one is as close to that one as I have. Hello, thank you for joining me. The paints, these are acrylic paints. You'll need to have some sort of tissue, paper towel, something like that, a blotter. You'll need some water to wash your paintbrushes. So just a cup. These are the cups I use because given to us at the VA for free, and I didn't want to throw them away, so I keep them and I use them when I'm painting. You'll need clear water just to wash your paintbrushes, and if your paint needs to be thinned, perhaps your paint is just a little thick, you can add just a drop of water and it will be just fine. Now, if you hear laughing or somebody in the background, that's my amazing husband joining me. Now, because my apple was off-centered, I painted my background just a color that I happen to have. I've been enjoying this kind of metallic paint, and I just painted the background around the apple. You don't have to paint your background. Your background can be left just as it is, and the canvas is primed, so it won't hurt it at all to leave it as it is. So let's get started. I think I'll start with the green, believe it or not, because I need that leaf to dry. Start with the green. And this is, like I said, this is a great acrylic paint, and it's easy to use. And the good thing about acrylic is that it dries really well. And I just touch. Come on around. And you don't have to be a perfectionist when it comes to the leaf, because this is where you're going to add those pine cone scales. Now I'm behind the camera reaching around, so I'm going to hold this up just a bit. Come on around and just fill it in. This is going to be covered, but if you have a space when you glue down your scales, it will be green behind there. That's all. And speaking of glue down, you'll need a hot glue gun and a glue stick. That's the only thing that's not in the kit. Hot glue gun, glue stick. I'm sorry, let me tell my husband, Robert, check the stove. Thanks. I'm sorry, everybody. We just finished our treatment, and I was warming dinner and forgot to turn it off. I hope you're having a great dinner. Tonight is one of my favorites. Now this brush is a little large, but if you use the tip, that's what I really like about it. You can come on down the stem, you see? Just like that. Get the big one. Need more paint. Use the tip of your brush, and your tip is great. See? My tip is not as thin as yours. So use the very tip of the brush. Come on down that stem. And if your grandchild or your child is doing the painting, you see, this is easy peasy. They will enjoy every bit of it. There you go. That's done. Now close up your paint and you'll have another project. Now wash your brush. That's why you're going to need paper towels. Wash your brush really well because you need to get that green out. Now here's a good thing. You see, there's a lot of green, so you need to wash it again. And you may need to change your water, because that's a really pretty green. There you go. There you go. You see? There we go. It's just about all out. That's good. So, I'll discard this one. In the trash we go. And now it's time to discard the beautiful apple. Open your red. Now, if you're getting this and a child is going to be doing the painting, you may need to open these. These are really tight. That's why I got this brand, and it will keep your paint. So, My bristles are so terrible on this one. You see it? Let me get this other brush. There you go. It's about the same size and about the size of the one that you'll be using. There we go. Get your red. And we're going to do the apple. And the only thing about painting the apple is go just a hair over the line. Just a little. It's hard to stay right on the line. That's the only reason I said that. It's just hard to do. And you only have one, there we go, paintbrush. There we go. And the larger brush, the smoother your paint strokes will be. Just like that. And have fun with it. Please, if you purchase one of my kits, you've got to send me pictures. Get some more paint. And save the leftover paint. And what we will do is, let me know the colors you have, and I'll create a canvas and you can use those colors. There we go. Right at the line, just like that. And also let me know where you're going to hang this. Or if you're giving it as a gift. So much on now. And our schools here are closed for 2 weeks. And this would be a great gift to give to the teachers who are going to be with us online. So our children can continue to get their work done. Now get as close to that stem. You see there? There we go. As you can get. Just like that. That's good. That's great. That's great. That's our apple. Right there. Now close it. It's best to close it each time you use it. Now open your white. And we barely want to touch the white. Just, you see there? Just a little white. And what we're going to do with the white is just put a little, touch it, just a little bit of shading on that apple. You see? Just touch it. And we're going to come down. That's why I put the white in there. Just a little shading right over there on that side. I hope you can see it. Let me hold it up. See? Just a little. It's not much. Just a tiny bit. There we go. Just a tiny bit to add just a kiss There we go, from the sun. And we're going to touch right here, right in there, with just a little. That's it. Now wash your brush really well. You can leave your brush in your water. I'm going to move this over to the side. Close up your paints. These are great. And you get these three colors of the apple. You get your red, you get your white, and you get your green. And you say, how much white? Totally up to you. If you want to add a little bit more, add a little bit more. It's up to you. And you're just going to make like the letter C backward. You're just going to dab, 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 while the red is still wet. Dab, 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 all the way around. Okay, now you'll need a hot glue stick. Let me move this over. You'll need a hot glue stick. Now, I like this brand because it works so well, and the pine cone scales adheres so well with this brand, Gorilla brand, simply because it sticks well. Now, I do so much of pine cone art that I get the large bag, but you don't have to. They have small bags. And I'm using my large hot glue gun. You don't have to. You can use a regular. I have one somewhere around. But like I said, I do this so much. I make so many that my large gun is available. And I got this one at Walmart. So they have the small ones for like 2 something or 3 something. And the glue sticks, let me show you. Glue sticks for the small ones, like that, I think they're 3 something. So that's for the small one. They are not as fat as this one. Now, your pine cone scales comes in the bag in your kit, just like this. It comes in this little Ziploc bag in your kit. Let me move this out of the way one more time and show you. Open the Ziploc bag, and I just dump them on the table. They won't hurt the table. If I can get it open. These have been baked. I picked the pine cones myself. I put them on a cookie sheet. Turn my oven on high. Get the oven hot. Sit the pine cones in the oven. Off, and they just stay in the oven all day. And when they come out, they're all nice and cool. Now, kind of look through your scales, and you should find one. Let me show you. You see how fat that is? You should have one in there that's narrow. It's real small. It's not as fat as this one. Should be one there. Now, I deliberately put one of these in each kit for the very tip. Hello, thank you for joining me. For the very tip of your leaf. Let me turn my phone just slightly. You see, this one And also, I've clipped the tip. There's a little sharp edge right on top of the scale that's been clipped off. So if a child is doing this, it won't be any problem. And this is going to be glued down right on the tip of the leaf. Let me move it over just slightly so you can see. Let me move my camera. There you go. Right there. Now, you can take the hot glue and put a dab on the canvas itself. It won't hurt it. It works for me. Or you can turn over your scale and put your dab right on the scale. You see how much I placed? And just glue it down. That's the tip of your leaf. Just like that. And then you're going to go through and just eyeball it. Okay, this one looks great for the next one. I'm going to put a little hot glue and just glue it down where it overlaps ever so slightly right over this one. I hope you can see that well. Let me hold it up. There it is. You see? It's overlapping just slightly. Right there. Then go to your stash. And you'll have some left over. I'm going to make sure that I put more in there than you need. And they are all different sizes. Okay, that one fits. Hot glue. And if you know somebody that likes puzzles, they will enjoy this. I never thought that I would enjoy adding pine cone scales to my paintings. And it started on, now that one doesn't want to, there it goes, doesn't want to stick. It started on a day, I guess you could say I was having one of those days, a pity party kind of day. And I was driving around and I said, Lord, it's just nothing here. I'm in a rural community and I love the city. And I said, Lord, it's nothing here. Nothing. Just make certain that it's overlapping on the one that you just glued down. And when, little glue nail. And as soon as I said that, I looked slightly to my and there were pine cones laying down on the ground at the high school in our little town. I immediately pulled over to the side. You see? Just keep going. And put a good amount of glue. You see how much I'm putting? I immediately pulled over to the side, got out, picked up a pine cone, got back in my car, and wherever I don't even know where I was going. But in my mind, I kept saying, what can I make out of a pine cone? What can I make out of a pine cone? There we go. And that's how my pine, and this is dry. You see, we just painted it, and that's dry. And it's okay if some of the glue comes out on the side. It's going to be okay. This is meant for fun, so don't let it get too heavy. There we go. It's a long one. You see it? Uh-oh. Let me hold it up. There you go. Just keep. And if you don't have a lot of time, or this is going to be a project in a homeschooling situation, or while the children are out of school, you can put it away and come back to it. You can stop right here. You'll have your Ziploc bag with your scales in it. Just put your scales back in your Ziploc bag. And when you come back, you'll finish gluing them onto the leaf. So it's very forgiving. There we go. Just like that. And I kind of let it hang off just a little to give a little dimension to the leaf. Just put a glob of hot glue and don't burn yourself. Now, because you're going to be using hot glue, I would not recommend this for a very small child. I would not. If you are the one that's going to be gluing the scales and the child is handing them to you, it's okay. But you need hot glue. Like you see on my gun, I have low and I have high. And they also have a cool glue gun. You need the hot glue. And for that reason, coming around, I would not recommend this for a very small child. Add your glue. There we go. And we're just about finished adding the scales. Now, with the leftover scales, just keep them. There we go. That one I turned slightly so it could be right there coming around that leaf. And this one, let me see. This one may be better. Uh-oh. That's just the hot glue. This one as well. I think I'll use this one. There we go. There. That's it. Now, let me show you. This is the last step. Let me put my hot glue gun down. You see, I just love it. Now the last step, this is it. Keep your scales that's left. And wash my brush. Let me dry it off. Oh, I didn't wash it. Thought I had washed it. Wait a minute. Washing my brush. And you'll probably need to change that water. And keep your brush. Don't throw your brush away. Get your paint. Because these are gonna, as soon as that hot glue dries, these will be dry. And some people like them like this. If you'd like, you can just keep it like that. But I'm gonna add a little bit of green. There we go. Get a little green. And I'm just gonna kind of touch the scales because, yep, we want everybody to know these are pine cone scales on our pine cone art piece. That's it. That's it. Just a little bit of green on there. And our piece is completed. Now, there's one more thing. Don't forget to sign your piece. You can wait for it to dry and then come back and take a Sharpie or that and sign your name on your apple piece. Please send me pictures of your apple. Let me see it completed. And as you see, as the paint dries, you may want to touch it up just a bit because I'm seeing, you see my white right there? I need to add just a little bit more white for my shading. But it's gorgeous. I just love it. And I hope you enjoyed seeing me create it. Now again, my pine cone art kit comes with a brush, comes with the paints, acrylic paints, comes with your bag of pine cone scales, and it comes with your 8x10 apple, the same apple that I just painted. I hope you enjoyed this, and I hope you will enjoy the kit, and I thank you so much for joining me, and thank you, Rebecca, for joining me. Have a blessed night, everybody. Be safe. This is Linda with Gotta Be Handmade. Oh, and don't forget, subscribe to my YouTube channel, youtube.com/Gotta Be Handmade. Bye-bye, Rebecca.